Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We have started with the second chapter of soil mechanics in the previous lecture. This video lecture is the continuation of that. So that is about basic definition and simple test part 2. So we have discussed various definitions like void ratio porosity in the previous lecture. If you haven't watched that lecture, please do watch that. This lecture is the continuation of that one. So let's get started. First one is water content. So water content is here we have discussed about the three phases in soil. So the down portion will be solids. Above that we will have water. So weight of water by weight of solid, that is the water content. So if water is completely absent, then this will value will be zero. And if it is fully saturated, then or if water is more than weight of solid, that is if it's like in a highly submerged condition, then what will happen? Then water content can be even greater than 100 percentage. We represent water content in percentage, but in equations we put it in decimal format. So if for dry soil, it will be value will be zero. If weight of water is greater than weight of solid, it will be greater than 100 percentage. And if it is less than weight of solid, then it will be less than 100 percentage. So that is regarding water content. It's a very important term in soil mechanics. Then the next term is bulk unit weight. We usually represent that by gamma. Gamma is always taken for partially saturated soil. That is, it's in a partially saturated. It's not fully saturated and it's not dry. So a little of water is there in its voids. That is what it means. So that in that case, we use the term bulk unit weight or gamma. So that is equal to total weight of soil by volume of soil. So we have to check one term. Okay, the denominator volume of soil. And for every place we use this volume of soil itself except unit weight of solids. In that case only we use volume of solid in the denominator. For our all other cases we use volume of soil in the denominator. Have a check on this. Okay. So bulk unit weight is a very general term. It is equal to total weight of soil. That is, we have discussed the phase diagram, right? The total weight we represent here, total volume we represent here. So this term divided by this term will give you the gamma. So this is a general term. So if total this water is here, solid is here, air is here. If suppose only air is present, there is no water, then the numerator will be weight of dry soil, that is weight of solids. Then that state the bulk unit weight become gamma d, that is dry unit weight. And if there is only water, that is the voids are fully filled with water, then that case becomes saturated case. That is, the top portion will be weight of saturated soil. So that is that. This is a general expression, that is total weight of soil divided by volume of soil. And the dry unit weight, as I told, there is only uh, air, no water. So weight of solids divided by volume of soil. So that is Ws by V. And saturated unit weight gamma sat, we represent that as gamma sat. That is equal to saturated, fully saturated soil will be fully saturated here. So weight of fully saturated soil by volume of soil. So that we represent by W saturated by total V volume V. Then submerged unit weight. Submerged unit weight means that there is a water table here and here we have solids. So in this case, what happens? There will be an upward buoyant force that is equal to the weight of a liquid displaced by the solids. So there will be an upward force due to which gamma W is present upward. So we'll have saturated. See, suppose this soil is fully saturated. Then what happened? That saturated minus this gamma W will be equal to gamma submerged. Understood? Gamma submerged will be lesser than gamma saturated because an upward buoyant force gamma W will be acting upward. So we'll have gamma saturated minus gamma W is equal to gamma dash. Weight of submerged soil by volume of soil, that is its general definition. So that value will be equal to gamma saturated minus gamma W. Suppose if the soil is not fully saturated, that is some portion of soil exists above water table, then what will happen? This gamma saturated, we have to replace this gamma saturated by gamma. So gamma dash become gamma minus gamma W. Generally, the expression will be gamma saturated minus gamma W. So we will have gamma saturated always of the range 20 or 19, and gamma W value we already know that is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So subtracting this will be almost equal to 10. So 20 minus 10 will be almost equal to 10. So that will be, so gamma dash will be approximately gamma saturated by 2. So that is it. Then we'll have to discuss about unit weight of soil solids. This is a very important term. So here it is a constant for a given soil, because for a given soil this is water, this is solids. So this Ws here and volume Vs here. So Ws by Vs give you gamma S, that is weight of solids by volume of solids. So if you divide this two, then this is constant for a given soil, right? Volume of solids does not change for a given soil. So we have that this for a given soil it is constant, and this will be high. This will be more than the other unit weight, because Vs is lesser than Vs is lesser than V. So if the denominator is larger, then the total value will be smaller, right? So therefore gamma S will be more than other unit weights. So we will have gamma S as the maximum value. After that which come gamma saturated, because the full water fills the voids. And after that we'll have partially filled water. And then after that it will be dry state, and the last one will be the submerged state. So this order is very important, usually asked for exams. Then for a given soil, gamma saturated is a constant. Then we will discuss about the other term, that is specific gravity of solids, G. So as the name suggests, this is for solids. So that will be gamma S by gamma W of at 4 degrees Celsius. That is weight of given volume of solids by weight of equivalent volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Equal volume we have to take, like here this is solids and here it is water. So for the same volume, how much weight of solids is there by how much weight of water is there at 4 degrees Celsius. That is given by specific gravity G. So for natural soil, it is of the range 2.65 to 2.8. Then the next term is bulk, apparent or mass specific gravity. For G, we represent that as Gm, where m is the mass. So it is, as the name suggests, this is the apparent value. It goes on changing because the top portion will be weight density of soil. So soil, it can be weight, it can be dry, it can be saturated. So gamma can be gamma D, gamma saturated, etc. So the value will be varying. It is the apparent specific gravity. So we already known that gamma S is greater than gamma D or gamma saturated or gamma as such. So we will have G, which is gamma S by gamma W, greater than Gm, which is gamma by gamma W. So G is always greater than Gm. So we will now have some derivations. These derivations, if you are preparing for objective ESC paper or for various Kerala state, various state service examination, then you need not do the derivation. But if you're like doing BTech, my video lectures are generally for all purposes. So that's why I'm doing the derivation as well. If you don't want to just do this, skip this and you will have the final results in the last. So just study those portion. Okay, so derivation we will start with. This is a three-phase diagram. So in that portion we are assuming that the solids is having a unit volume and a unit cross-sectional area. So the height will be unity. So here we put 1 here. So as the solid is 1, we have E value as dV by Vs. So Vs, volume of solids, is 1 now. So we have E is equal to Vv, and Vv is equal to Va plus Vw, that is volume of air plus volume of water. We can substitute this as Ea and Ew. That is Va stands for Ea, that is void ratio of A, and Vw stands for Ew, that is void ratio of W, water. So E is equal to this value. So we'll have E as this value. See the picture. E as this value and 1 plus E as the total volume. So here E we split as Ea and Ew. So we have to now get a value for Ea and Ew in terms of SR. So SR is equal to VW by VV, that is volume of water by volume of voids. Volume of voids we know that is E. So we will have VW is equal to ESR. So if VW or EW is equal to ESR, then EA is equal to 1 minus, sorry, EA is equal to E minus EW. So ESR, if you substitute here in terms of EW, we will have EA is equal to 1 minus E into 1 minus SR. So then all values we have put it in this diagram. E into 1 minus SR, ESR, here it is one value. So this figure in the volume side is clear, right? Now we have to derive some terms for weight to put here in the right side. So weight of solid, this weight of solid always we represent in terms of specific gravity. So we have G is equal to gamma S by gamma W, where gamma S is equal to weight of solid by volume of solid. Volume of solid here is unity. So we get Ws is equal to G into gamma W, which we substitute here in this figure. Then WW, that is equal to volume of water by into gamma W. So volume of water, we know that it is ESR. So ESR into gamma W will be weight of water, and weight of air is 0. So this figure as such, I hope this is clear now. Only this much is required. Then the next one. N is equal to this. See, we have already discussed in the previous chapter regarding N and AC, right? So N and AC, N is the porosity, that is volume of voids by total volume. So that in this figure will be equal to E by 1 plus C. And AC will be volume of air content, that is equal to volume of air by volume of voids. That will be VA, that is E into 1 minus SR by volume of voids is E. So dividing that, we will have 1 minus SR. If we take SR in this side, then that will be AC plus SR is equal to 1. We have already discussed this in the previous lecture. Then NA, percentage air void, is equal to VA by V. VA is E into 1 minus SR by V is 1 plus C. So that is done. Then gamma is equal to W, total weight of soil by volume of soil. So total weight of soil will be WS plus WW. From this figure, we have WS is equal to G gamma W and WW is equal to ESR into gamma W. So substituting this, you will have gamma is equal to gamma W G plus ESR by 1 plus Z. This is an important derivation. If you put XR is equal to 0, then that will be dry state. That is, we get gamma D. And if you put SR is equal to 1, that is saturated state, then we will get gamma saturated. So we will have SR is equal to 0, gamma D is equal to G gamma W by 1 plus Z. SR is equal to 1, then gamma saturated is equal to G gamma W, sorry, gamma W into G plus Z by 1 plus Z. Then if you can get gamma D by doing like this also, WS by V. So WS will be G gamma W by V will be 1 plus C. Like this also, from figure also we get the gamma D value. So that is it. Then gamma submerged is equal to gamma saturated minus gamma W. So gamma saturated is this value minus gamma W. So rearranging, you get gamma dash is equal to gamma W into G minus 1 by 1 plus C. If it is like not fully saturated, then you have to put gamma minus gamma W for gamma dash. So this gamma expression you get from here, and substituting that, you will have this equation. So here if you put SR is equal to 1, then we will get gamma dash when it is fully saturated. That will be the same equation, Okay, so that is done. Then the water content. Water content, W is equal to weight of water by weight of solid. So that will be this divided by this. So you get a value of WG by SR for E. Rearranging these terms. Okay, so that will be this one. This is an important equation. So if we substitute that in the remaining equation, which are all based on E, void ratio. So you will have another set of equation, of which two important relations you get, that is gamma D is equal to gamma by 1 plus W and gamma D saturated is equal to G gamma W by 1 plus WG. See, gamma sat and gamma D sat are two different terms. Gamma saturated means that we are increasing the water content in order to fill all the voids. But gamma D sat means that we are compacting the soil in order to expel all the air in the voids, and thereby the voids get filled with the water content which is available at that state. So we are not increasing the water content in gamma D sat, whereas we are increasing the water content in gamma sat. So these are the expression for gamma D and gamma D sat. Sat means saturated. Okay. Now we have to get an equation now related to percentage air voids and gamma D. So for that, we know that total volume is equal to volume of air plus volume of water plus volume of solids. So if we take V this side, that will become 1 is equal to VA by V plus VW by V plus VS by V. So VA by V is NA, percentage air voids, plus this VW. We have to make VW and VS in terms of WS, weight of solid, and gamma W. How can we make that? Let us check here. We know that gamma D is equal to WW, weight of water, by VW. So from this, we get VW is equal to WW, weight of water, by gamma W. So also we know that water content is equal to weight of water by weight of solid. So from that we get weight of water is equal to water content into weight of solid. So that we substitute here. Also for Vs, what will we substitute? Always Vs we have to substitute in terms of G. So G is equal to gamma S by gamma W. So that will be Ws by Vs by gamma W. So we will get Vs is equal to Ws by G gamma W. So that we substitute here. So from that we get this in terms of Ws and gamma W. So 1 is equal to Na plus here Ws by V into gamma W, that will be common. So that we take outside into water content plus 1 by G. So we get Ws by V is equal to gamma D. So we give the value as gamma D by gamma W into 1 into W plus 1 by G. So if we rearrange that, you will get gamma D is equal to 1 minus zeta A G gamma W plus 1 plus Wg. If Na is equal to 0, that is percentage air void is equal to 0, or Va by V is equal to 0, then we get gamma D saturated. That is this one, same one, G gamma W plus 1 plus Wg. Okay, so that is it. Now these are the equations which are really important. So do study this by heart if you are not required to do all the derivations. So this question, this will be asked for all the exams. Like at least one question of this using these equations will be asked. Okay, so in the description box you will get questions related to this topic. Thank you for watching my video. Do subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Thank you.